In a small, bustling town lived a young boy named Leo. He was just like any other kid, with bright eyes and a heart full of dreams. But Leo had a secret. He stuttered words that danced freely in his mind, would stumble and get stuck when he tried to speak. At school, this made him shrink into the background. While other kids shouted answers and laughed loudly, Leo's voice was a quiet whisper, lost in the noise. He loved stories, especially tales of brave knights and wise wizards, but reading aloud in class was his greatest fear. The snickers and impatient sighs from his classmates felt like tiny daggers to his heart. One sunny afternoon, feeling particularly down after a tough day at school, Leo wandered into the town library. It was his sanctuary, a place where stories lived without demanding to be spoken. He ran his fingers over the spines of the books, each one a portal to another world. That's when he met Mr. Harrison, the old librarian with kind eyes and a smile that seemed to understand everything. Mr. Harrison didn't push Leo to talk. Instead, he simply shared a book with him, a story about a silent monk who communicated through his actions and art. Inspired, Leo discovered a new way to express himself. He started to draw. At first, it was simple sketches of his favorite cartoon characters. But soon, his sketchbook became his voice. He drew the brave knights from his storybooks, the magical creatures from his imagination, and the vibrant scenes he saw in his mind. He poured all the words he couldn't say onto the paper, and his drawings began to tell incredible stories. His lines were bold, his colors were loud, and his characters were full of life. His art was fluent, even if his speech wasn't. One day, the school announced an art competition. The theme was courage. Leo's heart pounded. This was his chance. He spent weeks working on a single piece. It depicted a small boy standing before a roaring dragon, but the boy wasn't holding a sword. He was holding a paintbrush, and with it, he was painting a beautiful, peaceful landscape, calming the fearsome beast. The boy in the drawing was him. It was a picture of his own battle, his own journey of finding strength, not in his voice, but in his creativity. The day of the competition arrived. Leo's artwork was displayed alongside many others. When people saw his drawing, they didn't just see a picture. They saw a story. They saw the emotion, the struggle, and the ultimate triumph. They saw the courage of a boy who, instead of fighting his dragon, chose to understand it and create something beautiful from his experience. Leo won the competition, but the prize wasn't the blue ribbon he received. The real prize was the look of understanding and admiration in the eyes of his classmates and teachers. From that day on, something shifted. Leo still stuttered sometimes, but it no longer defined him. He had found his voice, not in perfect speech, but in the powerful silence of his art. He learned that courage isn't always about speaking up. Sometimes it's about finding your unique way to share your light with the world. Leo's story reminds us all that our greatest strengths can often be found where we least expect them, and that true communication comes from the heart, in whatever form it takes. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. See you next time.